Well, the
We
leaves are
are.
avocado.
That's true. Makes up
That's
You're
again.
good.
quiet again. I
Am I
wonder if your
quiet?
sound is good.
Yeah,
Oh.
you
You
were
were
quiet.
yeah, but that could have been my headset. Let's ask the
Oh, chat.
chat. Hey, chat. How's your volume? Anina, say things.
I'm gonna say some things now. My lines seem good. My levels are leveling.
Okay. I think you're good. I think I just had a hiccup in my headset.
Yeah.
We are audible. We are audible. Okay. So we left off with Morgan and Tromlin having some visions in the night. Morgan while sleeping and Tromlin while waking. So now what? What you want to do?
I'm gonna go and assume that I'm gonna be waking up
Oh,
Tromlin.
looks like we rolled over on the bits there, Lena.
Yay!
You gotta give some people some
I promise to
Info.
misuse them.
inspirations.
They've saved me so much from so many ones. I can't believe I was just looking at the notes from last game, and I think I had three
Oof.
critical failures, and one of them was on my wild magic. Thank God I didn't have a disadvantage on that time.
Yep. The one is terrible in the wild magic. It's the like constant crazy shit happens for a minute.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's too dangerous.
So sorry, you were saying that now that you have awakened, you wanted to go talk to Copernicus?
Yeah. I'll gather whoever is awake.
I think when
Copernicus is always awake.
Yeah.
when you find Copernicus, he's actually in the middle of like talking to Barb the Bucket about like how cool the Eldritch Blast was. And in between telling the story, you can hear he's ritual casting Gentle Repose on the apple, so he can preserve it as a memory for later.
Aw.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Log in.
How's it going? I'll do a little prestidigitation, cold, on a bowl, and you can put the apple in there to help preserve it a bit longer.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I just had a vision, I think, or a dream.
Oh.
And it was about Oogna's mom, I think. And
Perfect.
I was wondering, if we could go over some different elven family crests, because they were like, there's like some queen type lady and like a soldier person, but I don't know those communities by crest generally.
Okay.
And I want to, while the memory is still fresh, go in and try and minor illusion and illustrate what I can of the crests and the important notes on it. Ooh, that's nice. It's an 18.
Oh, hell yeah.
Plus 8 if it's performance.
Nice.
I'll give the help action by like asking questions about like, okay, think about the color in the background that it was on versus the foreground color, and some of the common elements you'll find in elven crests are. So I'll do a little bit of a help action and history and whatnot to aid it.
Is that a advantage or is that just be bonus?
Advantage.
Okay. We're going with the 18 plus.
Sounds good.
That was in fact a critical failure.
Hey, well, good thing we got it out of the way.
It's out of the way.
So yeah, I'll take a look at the crest that you illusionate, and then I don't have my full library here with me, but I do have my, in like a museum gift shops, they'll have the DK books where it's like the DK guide to gemstones, or like I have like the DK guide to like elven crests or something like that in my little traveling library. And I will I'll see what I can look up and see if I can cross compare it to anything.
In like doing your rune search, I know like it's looking great now, but it might lead to a greater like awareness of how the objects were made. If we knew who those allies were, they were likely the people that helped, since, well, they were friends. I couldn't tell you for the life of me what they were saying. I just couldn't hear, but it looked like they were having a debate about what to do. Honestly, like it was like a philosophical break.
And do you
Good
think
work,
these
good rope work, oddly, but
and you think this was the runesmiths who forged her mother's blade? That's who you believe you saw in the vision?
no, but like I don't know who they were or what, but they were the ones that betrayed her.
Okay.
They like maybe there's like we can find out exactly who they are by who was allied with Oogna's mom before. They've still got to be out there, right? They're elves. What's the
Good.
lifespan of an elf?
Long time, hundreds of years. Yeah. So
How
I will take a
old
look.
am I?
4 days, 5.
I
5.
guess so. I guess I have a new birthday.
2 birthdays, twice as many gifts.
Wild.
You've got to double dip.
I have to, yeah. Well, it's already like a birthday month, so it'll be 2 different birthday months. That'll be nice.
Good call. Good call.
So you're
Crazy.
describing stuff to Copernicus here?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Mhm.
trying to use my minor illusion to recreate the crests, the vestiges or banners of the people who were formerly allied with
So
Oogna's mom.
is that what you already rolled for, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
got-
the 18 and a critical failure on the advantage.
oh, you had advantage? Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say then with that 18, then so you managed to recreate some of the images of like the livery and the outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the elf queen person was wearing just like simple white. There was like no
Yeah.
insignia of any kind, but the elf captain absolutely did. So let's get a history check then from Copernicus.
Okay. Rolled out of the box. I'm not counting it.
And I'll go wake up Oogna while he's poring over some books and looking at the illusion.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'll be right back. Hey.
Yeah. What's up?
Is that an actual me?
Oh my
That's
god.
crazy.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
god.
Dirty 30.
30.
That's
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, Oogna, I had a weird dream.
Yeah.
About your mom.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought that's less sexy than I was thinking.
Sorry.
Doesn't have to be.
But yeah, I had like a weird vision, and we're just pouring
Oh,
over
like
some
a-
books right now. Maybe you
like
wanna,
a vision.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hang on.
yeah.
Slaps herself around, like splash some water in her face, and then she'll roll out of bed. Do her like bare minimum of like 50 push-ups, and then come over.
Morgan's in like one of those ridiculous house coats, but for Pixie.
Oh, beautiful.
So it hangs like an extra body length below her, which is still only 2 feet.
One of the like floofy, like I've murdered 5 husbands kind of
Absolutely,
nightgowns. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Beautiful.
She's wearing one of those, and it's like, we're just pouring over the books to see like who these people were. They seem to have been allied with your mother and then betrayed her.
Oh.
But like they're elves, so we're trying to figure out like how old they can be, because they might
Oh,
be alive
yeah.
right now doing shit. Who knows?
I
some
mean-
bitches, right?
Galorpa?
Isn't elf age like slang for like 200 years?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Galorpa had a vision like a really long time ago about some elves that had something to do with my mom, and they were on a boat that looked like a swan. I don't know if that helps. That's all I know.
I think this was like a council room of some kind. But but I couldn't really hear anything. It was just like vibes. But yeah, we're checking it out with Pernie's got some books.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah, I'll come.
500 elf crests for the elderly. I don't know. It's weird. One of his manual things.
I mean, he's got a bunch of those. Just give me a second here.
Nice.
I'll get some pants on.
And then we're gonna flutter out.
And then we'll come out a few minutes later. And be like, hey, visions and stuff, Pernie? I don't know.
So we're doing a research party. That's a Pernie party.
Woo.
We're gonna learn about history. We're gonna look up heraldry. It's a fun time.
Okay.
I don't really do heraldry
Yes,
before
and that-
breakfast.
Welcome 20. Yeah, you pour everyone a nice big bowl of heraldry flakes. No. Yeah, so it takes you a bit. Like you start sort of going through some of your musty books. Actually, no, it's not going to be that big a problem. I was going to say the problem is these are not ancient history type
Oh yeah, they're now.
symbols. They're actually kind of current. But then I remember these are elves, so
Current is
it's
still
the same
like
thing. It's the same thing. Right. You immediately figure out that the insignias that some of there are rank and stuff. This captain is like basically the leader of the elven armies of Eldamar. This is a captain of Elvenhome. And you can even figure out like the house. In fact, I think I've got a name for this individual. Where is it? Yes. Yes, it's Cuminar guy. This elf.
Oh, spell that.
Oh no, sorry, that's wrong.
So my pencil is
I
not
used that
working.
one.
Oh, there
I
it is.
used that one already. Yes, it's Bonerciel Awel of House Awel.
oh, we've heard that name before.
Oh, have you? Damn it, that's the one I've used before.
Oh,
That's I was
Okay,
trying
I
to
thought,
use.
I thought it was a lore connection. I thought it was a lore connection.
Yeah, no, it's a Jeff URL joke one. I guess maybe I didn't use Humanar guy, but I also don't remember what that translates to. So I guess it doesn't matter. I will use that one.
Myrna guy?
Well, it's one of Jeff's URLs that's like cum dot something, and I don't remember. But I can't remember what I over translated it into Elven, and I'm like, what the hell is an error guy? And no, maybe someone in the audience knows which of Jeff's URLs starts with the word cum.
Like 12 of them?
Which ones don't?
Yeah.
No, he's got one. He's only got one, but I don't have the original list fully in here. So anyway, doesn't matter. I'll give him a different name. I'll save that one until I can talk to Jeff. So I will go with Elor Shane.
Frickin'
shame.
Frickin'
Captain Elor
shame.
Shane. Elor Shain, I guess, because they would have the A and the I of the
Yeah.
vowels have to be pronounced.
Okay. So that's the house.
Let's make it
that-
Shael, because that's easier to say. Elor Shael.
Okay.
Elor Shael is the house, the elven house. And this captain would be the head of it.
Right.
And this is like the war leaders of Eldamar,
Oof.
of Elvenholm. With your history knowledge, you know who the lady in white almost certainly is Queen Tenubiel,
Oh, heck.
the queen of the elves.
Queen Tenubiel?
Yeah.
What?
I think that name may even be in your geopolitics
Heck.
knowledge document, because that's literally the queen of the elves.
Mom was rolling with some high elves here.
Morgan just looks really awkward. Like, shit.
Oh, damn.
That's terrifying.
Isn't there supposed to be one of them towers, like, somewhere around Elvenholm?
There is. It's one of those points of the lower. When you made your crazy grid,
It was part of the star. Yeah.
That W of the legendary towers of the north. There were similar W's in the jungles of Zaru and in the south. What would that be? North, east, southwest. Which center on Aldemar? So like the center of that little W would have been in Karas Galadon,
Well,
part of Elvendon on Earth.
where did I put that map?
So with your history knowledge, you don't know
There it
like when
is.
this might have been necessarily, because it's very difficult. Like with the elves, like Queen Tenubiel has been queen of the elves forever. I've already forgotten the name I gave him now. I should write this down.
It was
Eloshael.
Elor Shael. Here's
Eloshiel.
our very rough map. We don't know if all of these points are accurate, but they seem
Yep.
to be Elvenholm, up here in the Sea of Grass, up here in the north, Desert of Ix, where we are now, and then south of us in the Jungle of Saru.
Yeah, so like knowing that the commanders of House Elorchiel, the captain, knowing that like that the queen was there, doesn't give you any kind of time. It could be any time within the last several hundred years. The only thing that gives you recency is that Oogna's mother has only been alive for a certain amount of time.
Oh, how old
I
did
will
she
say
look?
She looks fairly old in the illusion. So I don't. Are you conjuring the illusion again for Oogna, or are you
Yeah.
just for?
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
You both. Yeah, she looks like older.
Huh.
Like
Are you
she's quite
sure
gray.
this is what you saw in your dream?
Yeah. I thought it was you at first.
I'm definitely not that gray.
In future time, but
Oh.
yeah.
No, she's older than the last time last time I saw her, I was just a kid, right? Like, I was little, but, like, she'd be about that age.
Is she? Is this
Now?
Does she look younger than when I saw the vision of her like at the tower
No,
in
older.
combat? Older?
No,
So
definitely
this would
older.
be this is after that then.
So maybe she's
Then-
still alive then. I mean, and, like, just captured or something? Oh, man. That's more than I could hope for, thank you. Up until now, I assumed that's why she didn't come back, is because, you know, something real bad happened. But she's gotta have been alive pretty recently.
I can in a few hours when I've rested, I can try to see if I can see where in the world she is.
I'm gonna give you some. You don't. No. This is like a day or two after that other scrying.
Right.
Well, Oogna, if you
This
want, I can. If you wouldn't mind letting me hold your mother's sword just for a
Oh, yeah.
moment,
Yeah.
it might be able to help me see if she is alive and around.
Would it be easier if I had some blood on it? Because I know you do blood magic stuff.
Pernie's never going to say no to a little
Yeah.
blood magic cover.
honestly, yeah, like Ugna's blood is her blood, so
Yeah.
that is a very high probability scrying. Couple things really quickly. First of all, Pernie, with that nat 20 dirty 30 roll,
Oof.
you do some mental math. When Oogna tells you how old she was when her mother disappeared, and you know that Oogna, like, and Oogna can even sort of say, well, my mom was, I think she was about this age. In fact, you probably know exactly how old your mom
Probably,
is.
because Sal
would have
knew.
told you.
Yeah, Sal knew how old she
Yeah.
was. So she'd
So,
be like,
like,
what, 40
here's-
now? 45, something like that?
Yeah, and like that's about what this image kind of looks like a 45-year-old orc. This is probably within the last couple of years, you would say,
That's crazy.
if not like current.
Maybe a little older. I think Oogna's 25, so maybe her mom's more like 48. But, yeah.
Oh, yes, because because when you were born, your mother was fairly young.
That's true, yeah.
Orcs, remember, reach maturity a little younger.
Yeah.
So she was probably 20-ish.
Right, yeah, so that
But
fits
she's
then.
probably 45-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe she's closing on 50.
This could be
And like
now?
she still looks pale and hardy in the image. She's just gray.
Yeah.
So like mid 40s. And again, orcs age a little faster. So I'd be close to like a human 50s.
Yeah.
Which is basically what she looks like.
Huh. So yeah, Oogna's like very happy to let you take some blood and hold the blade.
So you can at least, you don't know, like you haven't, you've only seen pictures of this person. You don't really have a direct connection here, but you have Oogna, and you have Oogna's blood and the sword, although the sword is now bonded to Oogna.
Yeah.
So your knowledge of the target is going to still qualify as secondhand.
Yeah, for sure.
So it'll be up +5. But with Oogna and Oogna's blood, that will count as like the -10 of like having a body part.
Yeah.
So that's a net -5 saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. So here's what happens. 1, you can feel that the saving throw was failed. Okay.
Okay.
So you have success. Secondly, there is no sensor. Like you attempt the scry and the scrying fizzles, which tells
no-
you,
Non-detection.
yeah, it tells you that there is a magical interference of some kind
Ah.
on the other end. So wherever she is protected. That makes sense with what you've been shown from Raven's vision, because she was taken to like a prison cell, which would be in the Karas Galadon, in the Elven Tower, which you would be very, very shocked if it did not have scrying protections. But
Yeah.
number 3, the fact that you felt this connection means that she is alive.
Right.
You could,
I will-
if she was dead,
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't
you
feel the
would have
save.
failed utterly.
Fail.
You
Yeah.
would have there would never have been a save. There never would have been a connection, and there never would have been a scrying to fizzle.
The spell found someone, it went off, but something blocked it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oogna, she is still alive, and I think
Wait,
almost
what?
certainly, she is currently being imprisoned by the elves.
Oogna sits there looking stunned for a minute. And then she will like really gently gather Copernicus up and just give him a big hug. And
I hug you back. I think you need Tromlin.
yeah, and then
I
your
think-
shoulder is like getting wetter. Some like sniffling
I'll
orc
run up and I'll
tears.
grab Trom,
Yeah.
knock on his
So
door.
You head out to Tromlin to find Tromlin. He's
Yeah.
not in his room. He's not
Yeah.
in the tent. So you go out to check in the, because remember you're inside the portable tent, the portable reality tent, but that is set up inside the pavilion that they gave you guys.
Got a tent inside a tent.
So the group of you head out to check out the pavilion, and you will find Tromlin sitting in the pile of cushions again, where he was, working to attune the clue. And Tromlin, you will see the glow of the orb and Tromlin's hands as his head is back and his eyes are blazing with light. And you will see him just snap out of it.
That's some good porn. Sorry.
I think Oogna is still carrying Pernie like a teddy bear, hugged up against her chest.
Yeah.
Trom!
Before you get into this roleplay, which will be pretty big, I just want to quickly say, Randy, I'm looking at Pact of the Chain stuff. Let's talk about it after game here, but I think we could do a Pact of the Chain thing connected through Tip or Tap and do.
I was debating that or Pact of the Blade.
I mean, either one I'm happy with.
Okay. Oh, and on the other first level spell I took was Arms of Hadar.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
That's sick.
Cool.
I'm gonna give people hugs.
That's very thematic with your Copernicus too, who loves some hunger of Hadar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mentored.
So he snaps out of this. This is Tromlin. You just had your vision and snapped back to your body.
I grab my water skin and drink first and foremost.
Tip or Tap is still on your shoulder.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Trom, we got big news. I'll set Pernie down carefully, just in midair because you hover.
Yeah.
Trom.
You just let him go with a hug and he just stays.
Yeah. Right. We just did a magic thing, and it turns out my mom's actually alive. She's just she's been captured.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, it's not because she's captured, but she's still alive.
Yeah. Oh man, I just gave up hope long ago. I think I have a big feeling in my heart. It's doing something.
It's okay. It's okay. Take a deep breath.
Wipe away some tears.
All right. Tromlin will give her a big hug. And whisper, "It's okay. It's okay."
That sets her off again. She cries a little bit more, but it's happy tears.
You know what?
You get squeezed.
Tromlin's gonna let her cry.
Yeah.
This is something he knows she's been waiting for a very long time. Fine.
Yeah.
Well, if she needs to cry, she needs to cry.
Basically, the whole time they've known each other.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And after a minute or so, she'll get herself back together and be like, "Oh, it's good. This is a good thing. This is really good. We can't deal with it yet because we're really far away, and then we'd have to go and fight all the elves. So maybe that's for another day. But she's alive."
The queen,
that's
queen
gonna
of
be
the elves.
Oh, okay.
I think as soon as we're done speaking to the council, I think it's time to plan a mom heist.
Yeah.
Let's go heist a mom.
Real quickly, I'll just remind you, Copernicus, that one of the places you wanted to get to do some research,
Library of Throm,
was Callus Galadon.
Oh, right.
Capital of Eldamar.
Right.
It was there, and the Library of Throm were the two places you were like, this is where I might be able to get more information.
Right.
We're gonna have to do a heist, and I'm gonna need a hell of a disguise.
Yeah.
For some polymorph situation.
Let's age myself up. Oh shit, no.
Yeah, they're going to
We could make a man out of you. We could also make an ass out of you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Donkey Oogna has to go deep undercover.
Oogna. Undercover Oogna.
Undercover Oogna. The fuck? I'm just picturing, I don't know why, a Sherlock hat undercover Oogna.
Oh no, I was picturing the Columbo trench coat.
Oh yeah, and a Groucho glass.
Yeah.
Just straight up. Yep. But anyway.
Better yet, it's just Oogna wearing a piece of paper that says, "I'm not Oogna."
Yeah.
Hello, my name is not Oogna.
Oogna.
They don't know who Oogna
Yeah.
is, but they do know who Braga
If it-
is. I'd be like, not Braga's kid. Nope. Not me. Not me.
If this was Toon, that would work.
Yep.
Well, I
Okay,
think we
so-
should start brainstorming exactly how we want to proceed with this operation. But I think it's the first thing we do when we finish in front of the council.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. The Tromlin is debating on how to break what he just saw to everybody. Like, hey,
Well,
I
I'll
hate to
remind
bring
you
things
all
down.
that you just when you came out, Tromlin's hands were clutched on the clue and like blazing with blue energy.
Yeah.
Eyes and mouth were like spewing light.
Yeah. Are you okay, Trom? Because you were kind of doing like magic stuff.
Yeah, could be better, I guess. Look straight at Pernie. You familiar with a guy who looks like an Umber Hulk who has a land surrounded by the dead?
Yeah. Yeah, I might be.
Yeah, you know what? I had gone for the asp. I like this better. I'm going back. He's got like a beetle face. I'm thinking like a scarab
Ooh.
beetle.
He had a lot of He had a lot of scarabs in his other
Yeah,
items,
yeah.
so that would all track.
Yeah, so he's the big stone guy with the big big stone statue with the pharaoh's headdress, and the face is like a beetle's insect mandibles with the great big eyes, beetle eyes.
Now my
Yeah.
face
Cool,
is
and
imagining
gross.
him with Ringo Starr's face.
He's got beetle eyes.
Yeah. It's better than Betty Davis eyes.
His name
Nope,
is
we're not doing that. Yeah, I kind of had a vision of him.
Oh, like a vision. I'll point to the clue.
Yeah,
What
Yeah.
what is
he is
what's he up to?
being tended to by a bunch of those faceless
Oh,
and humans who are apparently worshiping him properly.
if I remember right, my vision was just us in the tomb interacting with him. Like it's like he didn't have like an active cult stoking the fires. Correct.
Sorry, so when you
My
Which
my
vision?
memory that I said my vision was a memory of when
Yeah,
I basically
when-
died and Barb died to save
when
me.
Barb died to save you. No, that
Yeah.
was that chamber, but it was just the statue was just sitting there. There were no,
Yeah.
and it was like this was when it was all Indiana Jonesy shit, right? When you you broke in, so this is like you figuring out how to get into the pyramid and raid the tomb,
Yeah.
and so there's just ancient dust and no living thing
Yeah.
anywhere.
Oh, that's changed, so you know.
So- Yeah, that's an important change to keep track of. Oh dear. Oh.
Mhm. Yeah,
Also-
like they're keeping his tomb clean and well lit.
I'll remind you that the faceless ones, you made occult rolls about the
Oh
faceless
heck,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah, there is 7 of them exactly, and you fought them all at Morwindle.
Yeah.
So if there are faceless ones there, that means that they have come there recently, because
Right.
they would have come from where you were fighting them in the tower. Like
Right.
since you left the tower, 2 of the faceless ones have gone there.
Right.
Yikes, which means cachet has something to do with this.
Indeed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thought you would like to
Well-
know.
I'm very grateful to know. We will. I do not know the hearts and minds of those who will be on the council, but I think that sharing what we know is probably for the best in this case. I think they will need to know what forces are marshaling within their borders if they are to respond appropriately and have every chance of protecting themselves if the Lord of Shadows does indeed stir again.
Should we tell them about the sword and the runes stuff?
I think not for now.
Yeah, okay.
I think not for now. but certainly what goes on in their borders, they deserve to know. And if we could all just maybe not mention any connections I might or might not have to, the Lord of Shadows, that would be great.
I don't know about any. I don't know what you're talking about. I never heard of such a thing. That's news to me.
Pernie, who regularly does actually forget things that way, has a moment of being like, "Oh, aha." Very good.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Very good. Well, all right. Has
I
anyone
hadn't thought
else
about
had
that
any?
problem.
I do have a suggestion.
Oh.
For if people think and are like kind of pressing you about your affiliations, that you should concede and tell them that you're a swinger, and that they assume that that's what they were interrogating you about. I think that would be a reasonable way to throw someone off your trail.
And
I
probably
wouldn't
not
even have to
inaccurate.
lie.
It's a fun exit of an interrogation to like completely swing it a different way, pun intended.
I'm now thinking of every time someone tries to tell me that they're poly, and I immediately started glazing over.
Exactly.
Perfect. It is a perfect plan.
This is pretty high pressure.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of information to carry.
Yeah, we have a lot of pots boiling.
Yep.
A lot of pots on the stove. Anyone else have any other prophetic visions that would fundamentally change our understanding of the nature of the quest that we're on this night? Anyone else? Nope.
I just realized that it is a full moon.
I had a
That
dream
would
about
make sense.
some really big stakes, but I don't think that has any prophetic kind of quality.
The stakes have never been greater, Oogna.
Oh!
You saw things truly.
Oh, okay, cool. Because they looked really tasty.
Yeah.
Tromlin,
Yeah.
can we have some steaks?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks.
Steaks.
Of course we can. Why would I say no to that?
Just 4 a.m. steak time.
4 a.m. steaks in the middle of the desert. Yeah.
Hell yes.
Post Vision Quest.
Yeah.
4 a.m.
Go find-
snack.
Go find me an animal that has steaks I can butcher off of it, and we'll.
Yeah, I'll go and see if.
If this is the night, then the big meal has been happening. If this is the nighttime rest rather than the daytime rest.
Yeah.
So actually, you go out and they've already slaughtered one of the beasts in the caravan train, and it is being roasted as you speak. You can get right in there, Tromlin, and go, I would like to do these particular preparations with some of this meat. Thank you.
I would try to do so in a way that's not rude, because I don't want to be that guy.
You have all of the social skills.
And we are
doing such
honored
things.
guests.
Yeah. I will say, not to be overly devil's advocate, Copernicus, but you have a new spell.
I have
if it
Dream,
comes to
Scry, Contagion, and
Legend Lore.
Legend Lore.
Oh my.
Right.
Are you familiar with the spell Legend Lore?
Yeah, it's kind of like, DM, tell me everything you know about this thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I cast info dump.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute a 10-minute divination ritual. Name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary. I will say brief summary of the significance about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing that you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. So this is only where legends are extant. So, for example, if you said Oogna's mom, you might get something if some stuff sprang up about her, but you might not.
It just sends back Oogna's mom has got it going on.
Yes, correct. You can't get it out of your... Yeah.
The only legend or tale is that there's some bard that once met her and was impressed and wrote this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the song is inscribed around the base of this ancient fountain, of course, the Fountain of Wayne.
Good.
If
The more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed the new information you receive is.
All right. I think.
So,
I think
for
I could-
example, and this might be a can of worms that you might want to just think about, but you could look into the legends of Shukekza
Oh my god.
yeah.
and maybe learn a whole lot of shit that you've forgotten. So,
Yeah.
whether
I
you
think.
want to or not, I don't know.
I think as we're wrapping up the meal, I'll pitch that to the group. But for now, if we want to narrate how everyone takes their steak,
Nice.
yeah, I'll have mine rarer than a mint condition black lotus, please.
I just drop a slab of raw meat on his plate,
It's
and I
fair.
grab some of the innards, like the tongue that's not being used or whatever, and I put it into Grandma's bucket.
Feed the bucket.
Oh, yeah.
Bucket does a cartoon belch.
Nice.
nice.
Oh, yeah. Like cartoon, the top of the bucket does like a Warner Brothers mouth open, and it takes the things and it goes like, like the whole bucket, like squashes and stretches as it like goes.
Brief aside, IKEA just released a line of furniture for kids that looks like mimics. It's like a little treasure chest that's got teeth in it and feet.
That's amazing.
Yes. Kind of
Feel
want
free
one.
to send that to any of us.
Yeah.
I think if you want to get something for the Trash Heroes, that's on
Yeah.
all of our wish list.
I will be showing that to my daughter later today.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Its name is Greg
Tipper Tap
Simoge.
will
Aw.
Tipper Tap will also be very interested in
In the
any,
steak.
like eyes and innards and tongues. And,
Oh,
of course,
bits.
I'll make sure my son's got to eat.
mhm.
Yeah.
Nevermore.
This is very important. This is a wildly powerful, undeniable skill that you've attuned, and I would love to use this for my live stream gossip. If you would partner with me, I think that would be absolutely incredible. Just having all of the hot goss on literally the most legendary people of like our time. We gotta know who they're wearing. We gotta know what they're doing. That would be incredible. Just, if you would want to do that with me, we could,
I'm
do a
picturing
co-stream.
I'm picturing Nardwar interviewing Nightshade. You're Nightshade.
Perfect.
We have to know.
Yeah. Be awesome.
You could have a little segment of the show called the Thaumaturgical Magic Zone. Of course, we'd call it TMZ for short.
Good.
God.
Yes.
We use the blood magic to report on all the secrets of prominent members of the world, of course.
Perfect.
What are the legends saying about King Nedrick Strack?
Good.
The legends this week are saying
I put in the chat that thinking of going against like the Elf Queen is how I imagine I would think about going against Meryl Streep. Like,
Yeah.
in what world are we taking on the Elf Queen?
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, we are taking on bigger people and bigger things already, which is already crazy.
But
to
like,
think. But then,
fist
like,
fighting Meryl
just to, like,
Streep. No.
yeah, that's kind of like kind of what I imagine. Just being like, we gotta go save her. There's no not doing that.
Yep.
But that means that we're going against the Elf Queen, and that has generational damages that can be done to multiple people.
If Meryl Streep started taking off her earrings at me, I would
Oh,
just,
God.
I would just run.
Absolutely.
I was just dying because, like, yes, incredible. She's alive. Like, this is great news. Also, we're taking on basically how we imagine we would be taking on Meryl Streep as an everyday person.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
You're
It just
wrong.
kind
Meryl Streep combined with like Helen Mirren and
Oh,
and
God.
Kate Blanchett as Galadriel.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that terrifying.
I will lay not a hand upon her.
Yeah,
We're going to have to do a pacifist mom
that's
heist.
what lightning
Yeah.
is for, baby.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, you gotta love me in despair.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
further, what are you doing? Are we doing more discussion of the food or the visions? Or shall I speed us up till you get to the city?
I think, well, Pernie will, when the meal is done, say, so when we did the seance, there were some memories that came back, and I think I might need to probe into those a little deeper, but I don't know what that's going to bring up. So, um, I was hoping, if you all have time before we hit the road again, that I might try casting a ritual. But I might need Tromlin, you standing by with the old grandpa napstick. And I also might need my friends for emotional support.
Oh yeah, no
and,
problem.
We'll just see what comes up. If you all have a moment now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Alright.
and if you go crazy and start screaming off into the night, I'll just catch you and just hold you.
Perfect.
Well,
That
yeah, I
sounds-
mean, you have two options here. You can do some legend lore, which will just give you some info. And then if you want to delve deeper, you could always contact another plane and get some yes and no questions on top of it.
I think we'll do legend lore, but I think Pernie's concern is not that like a demon is going to get him through the legend lore. I think it's that he's like again going to kind of meet himself and see through his own illusions with the legend lore potentially, which is kind of going to be an exorcism unto itself.
Yeah.
So I think he's just a little concerned about that.
Okay. I don't think there's even like a roll. Just
Ooh.
looking it up. Nope. You just need to name or describe the person, place, or object. So I'm assuming you're going Shukekza.
Yeah, there's a moment he thinks about saying Barb's name, but then he thinks better of
You can
that,
do that.
and so it goes with Shukeksa.
Okay.
Oh, a hard decision to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again,
I mean-
we're doing this inside the magical tent inside the pavilion, which I think is fitting because this
Yeah.
scene is too tense.
Oh my god. The
A quick
worst.
A quick devil's advocacy. It might be easier to start with Barb because you're not delving into the secrets of something of that's like
Yeah.
power level.
Yeah.
But
Like Barbis has a Wikipedia entry important, but she's not like this article is a hub for other articles important necessarily.
Yeah. but that's up to you.
No, I
Because
think we're going.
obviously there's different
I think we're gonna-
personal things.
I think we're gonna go straight to Shukeksa. I think I need information on him quickly before the council.
Okay. So the issue with this spell is that it gives you legend lore specifically. So in other words, what do the legends say? And part of the issue there is that there are multiple legends from different places here. But your level of actual knowledge and connection here to Shukekza is very significant. The major issue is what you've forgotten that you may have already known.
Yeah.
So that means you can kind of go to like the more significant, like forgotten stories or secret lore. So I'm going to start with the surface level stuff. Locally, the legends are, some of them you've kind of heard recently in your chat with the elder Melkoi, for example. There are stories that all those who get lost in the deserts and are never seen again are they die and become part of the army of the dead when the day comes that the sands shall part, that Shukekza will the Lord of Shadows will his armies of all those warriors lost to the desert will be vomited forth back upon the world to conquer and cause problems. But you're a historian and you have insights here So a lot of those legends are connected to the Ravagers. It has always been the case that the Ravagers of the deserts and the Blood Coast beyond the desert, the Ravagers have always had disparate, warring tribes that occasionally unify under a particular leader. And you lived through this. You remember when the Shaga Khan gathered the Ravager tribes and marched on the north. And so you suspect that a lot of those legends have their bit of reality in that, right? Because there would have been times when armies of warriors would march out of the deserts, and if they happened to come south into Wahad, that would very much fulfill this kind of idea of the desert armies rising and coming out of the north. So there's probably a link there in term, and of course there's lots of mythologies around, like, oh, we lost Randy.
We're good.
Oh,
We're back.
he's back. There's lots of legends around, like the idea that the Lord of the Underworld will, like, all the dead will rise and attack and so on. So those stories you think are fairly specific to the Wahadi, and they probably have those links. You also know, and this is where your own sort of, I'm not going to tell you how much of this is stuff you just remember and how much of this is coming from the spell, because I think it's going to blur those lines quite a bit. There was a great city in the desert. There was once upon a time powerful wizards who control, and probably druids who controlled the desert storms, and they had the ability to protect their great powerful cities. So much like all of the cities of Wahad are built originally by magic, by some deal is made, a djinn rises and creates an eternal fount, a wellspring from the plane of elemental water, and a waterfall is there, and some warlord sets himself up like Immortanjo, and over time, eventually, a great city is there. And the Wahadi Empire is largely made up of city-states that have these kinds of magical origins. But long before the Wahadi, in the deeper desert, far into the western deserts of Ig, there was a great civilization that built these insane monuments that can only be made by magic. And you, as a young archaeologist and student of history, had greatly studied the old texts, and you knew of these ruins that had long ago been abandoned. This ancient people have long since vanished from the earth. But this ancient people had magics around death. These, like, maybe the origins of necromancy even might come from these people. And this is part of the powers that they used to preserve their cities and their power. And you, at one point in the very library of Throm, were seeking out. There was this ancient writer who had found various scraps of the puzzles that would lead you to this hidden city that is protected magically by the desert itself. And this elven scribe, whose name was Denarius. Now give me a quick second to look something up. Denarius Baran which of course is Elven for brown. He had written of this ancient code that could be decoded to figure out.
Dan Brown.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah, Denarius.
Oh, good,
Barai.
good, good.
Took me a second.
Oh, so Hagar joke already, huh?
Yep. I literally had to take a moment to look up Brown in Elvish.
In Elven.
So I could.
Good old Dan Brown.
Yeah, there's like it's like the Dowwatchley code that he wrote about. Anyway, something like that, some ancient Elvish code. And this was how you spent all this time combing, wearing your professorial garb, your sort of your leather jacket, and your hat, and your bullwhip, as you went and investigated these libraries to find the ancient clues that would lead you to this place. And of course, you found these ancient legends about this lost city of the desert and these lost people. And you sought it out. Because if the legends were true and there was some sort of power there, it belongs in a museum. And so, this ancient, like, no one could go visit this ancient city and see these great wonders because the desert hides it. So,
Yeah.
So
I'll do a colonialism, but it'll be the sexy kind with a bullwhip and
exactly.
And punching Nazis.
Yeah.
And the part where there's it helps that there's no actual people there. Like the people of that place are long, long, long gone, and there's no descendants hanging out.
Not at all. Not a single one. Yeah.
That's
sort of
ominous.
That's because we did the genocide 100 years before.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
It's good now. It's good now.
Well, and the Ravagers are the descendants, and they're still here. Damn it.
Oh my.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
So basically, what you're dredging up here for these legends, there's the more local legends that you certainly would have, you kind of already heard a bit about from the Elder, that the Wahadi have this story that there will come a time when the storms of the desert part, because in the deep deserts of Ix, as you go further and further west, that's just kind of the danger. Once you pass the Great River and into the deep deserts of Ix, there's like eternal sandstorms there. It's like almost like the elemental plane of Earth kind of situation where you will get lost and you will have to endure these great storms. So nobody goes there.
Oh, there's a question mark on the map.
Yes, that's where the question marks on the map are at the far.
And we're like, what's over there?
But the legend is that, of course, these sandstorms eventually that they will part, and the dead will rise, and it's very afterlife connected. But that's just the local legends, and that connects more to the Southern Pantheon, for example. So there is like a specific pantheon of Wahad that includes an underworld god that probably, I think D&D actually has a set in their pantheon. So that's probably the god of the underworld. And there's a conflation there with Shukekza being like a warlord of Set. But from that Shukekza is not a god, right? And which definitionally, because if you as
I'd be a cleric.
You'd be a cleric.
Yeah.
Exactly. You just you pull out your own character sheet and you're like, wait a second here. No, Shukekza can't be a god. Those local legends are wrong.
We are a cleric family.
No.
That's funny because it's sketchy and hence, Tromlin randomizing. So with the deeper ancient legend lore stuff, it's more about you remembering. You read these legends. You were seeking the secrets to undo the code that would allow you to find your way through the desert. Because the whole point here is there is magical sandstorm. You will get lost. You can't find your way. And in the libraries of Throm, you did find, the codes of Danarius Baran.
Yeah,
That-
and it's just the word apple, that's just apple in modern English. That's the whole.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Yeah,
code
yeah.
solved. There you go.
Absolutely.
You got to speak apple and enter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Pernie looks at the
You love
apple
an
in front
apple,
of him
so it
in
works
the
out.
in the chilling bowl, and he's like, "Apple, it was in front of me the whole time."
but it's what you remember of it was like following, like there are stones in the desert that are remnants of this ancient culture, and that was what you ended up following. So and during your seeking of these answers is when you met Barb. Because you were you were this young shit hot archaeologist, and by young I mean like probably in your 50s.
Yeah. I'd think 60s. I think he was
Yeah.
silver foxing it.
When you met when you first met Barb, and the two of you, all full of, and of course, I'm picturing the adventure, the having adventures scenes from Up.
Yeah.
And she's the woman from Up, and you're the guy from Up.
Yeah.
Going off to have adventures and explore and find the desert. So you found like a stone on the bank of the great river that led to a dungeon, and you had to go through the dungeon and solve all the puzzles, and that led you to the script that you could then use to decipher the location of the next obelisk that's off on the blood coast, that and you went bing 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 around the great deserts, gathering this magic that was like an incantation that you used to tame the storms, to create an eye of the storm that you then followed, you and Barb, that allowed you to penetrate to the deepest deserts of Ix and make your way to the great obelisk, where you found you got past all the traps. There was a big rock that rolled down, and you just ducked, and it went by, and you were like, "Oh, it was easy," and all this stuff, and you made your way into the great pyramid obelisk ziggurat thing, and found your way to the central temple. So what else can we say about Shukek-Zai himself? So this is some sort, I guess, again, it's just the legends. If you want to try and get more details about him that aren't necessary, I'm just trying to decide, because there's that secret lore part. Because there's kind of like there's an undying thing here where Shukek-Zai has always been there. And this ancient civilization is like the first ones, that the origins of the world kind of stuff. And I'm trying to decide how much of that lore. I am happy also, if you want to try and do other planes, that you could do some yes and no questions, which allows me to not just do the like, what am I going to tell you, and more answer your questions.
Right.
There is also the option of trying to use legend lore on Barb's name.
Very interesting.
Let's save the Barb one for later. I like to pace my legend lores. Just spamming legend lore doesn't seem like it's a whole lot of fun. We could contact Other Plane, and then we could ask some other questions, including about Oogna's mom. So if anyone has any other questions that they would want to ask, both for planning mom heist and as well as understanding what we're dealing with here in the desert. I'm open to. Do they have to be yes or no questions, or can they be open ended?
I think they have to be yes and no. Let me double check the spell. Oh no, they're not open ended, but there are more options. Each question will be answered with one word. And so yes, no, but also it can be like maybe, never. It's like a time thing. Irrelevant, unclear if it's not a thing that is known. It just has
Right.
to be a one word or short phrase answer of some sort. So it doesn't. It's not like open ended. Like tell me everything you know about blah. You wouldn't get much. It was a lot. Well, that's thanks.
So I'm inclined to ask, what does Shukek Za want? Because I think understanding what is motivating something that ancient and inscrutable could be helpful.
That's also something you can take to the council. It's useful.
Yes. What else would we want to ask? Why are they imprisoning your mother?
Yeah.
I mean, won't they just say something like, I don't know, treason, which could be anything?
Theoretically.
It might be, but it'll give us more information than we have right now.
That's true, yeah.
What else do you want to know about your mother and her, where she's being kept right now?
I mean, I got a bunch of questions, but, like, let me think them out here, because, like, obviously, she sent me her sword at some point, or somebody did. Probably not the elves?
Why was the sword sent to you?
No, I think she just wanted me to have it. But, like, who sent it? Because they knew to send it to Sal.
So who sent Oogna's rune sword? That's a good question.
It might give me a clue to why she chose to send it, after she broke it, but before she got captured, maybe?
Yeah. That would make a lot of sense. Do we think there's any point in asking what the sword was made for?
I mean, probably to smash those shadow tentacle things, right?
This one seems to have such a specific inscription that I'd be curious to know more about it. That's 4 questions. What does Shukeksa want? Why are they imprisoning Braga, mother of Oogna? Who sent Oogna's rune sword? What was the rune sword forged for? I think we know that Cache the Deathless is in the temple of Shukeksa right now, I suspect. So I don't know that I want to.
Minions are.
Okay.
You could try and find out what Cache wants there.
What does Cache the Deathless want in the temple of Shukeksa? Okay.
The statue? Wouldn't it be the statue that you saw?
Well, I think what he wants from I think the statue is the physical anchor for Shukeksa on the material plane. So what he wants from the statue, I think, is or maybe just what does he want from Shukeksa? Maybe that is a better phrasing.
You don't have to ask about who sent the sword if you got too many questions. I think the other two are good.
This is 5, so I think this
You can
is
always
good.
try this another time too.
Yeah.
In fact,
Tromlin?
you no longer have to do to cast this spell in the past, this is not a spell that you actually have on your list. It's a ritual spell that you have in your Book of Shadows. And in the past, in order to cast it, you had to do the blood magic and take a bunch of damage to cast at one level higher.
Yeah. Now I can just
It's a level
cast.
spell. But now it's a 5th level spell. You can cast
Yeah.
it without. You still have to do it through the ritual. You can't, but it's a 10-minute casting time anyway.
We do a little bit of blood for old time's sake. Tromlin, are you ready with the old Grandpa Sleepinator? The old
Always.
snooze stick? All right.
Snooze alarm is
Knuckles.
ready to go.
Let's do it.
All right, make your saving throw. You know the drill. It's a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Ooh,
If
not
you
actually
fail,
proficient.
if you fail, you take 6d6 psychic damage and go insane.
Don't mind
That's
if I
damage.
do. Hey, 19. Or 17.
That-
17.
Is that well? It's only 15, so you are
Yeah.
successful.
Woo.
Okay. So, I want to point out. I think Tromlin has. Doesn't Tromlin have the cantrip that allows you to potentially add a D4 to a saving throw as long as you know in advance?
Oh, resistance.
Oh no, sorry. He's got Word of Resolve. I thought he had resistance.
Sorry.
Those
A guidance you at the very least.
well, guidance can't
Mhm.
be added to a saving throw is the problem.
Yeah, resistance is its like companion
can't
spell.
for that. Yeah. Okay, so you don't go insane, and you hear you reach your mind into the murky depths of the other places between worlds, and this like horrendous noise that threatens to drive you mad rises in your mind, and out of like the cacophony of screaming is a voice that forms from the harmonies of scream dissonance and says, "Ask your questions, mortal."
What does Shukekza want?
Eternity.
Not ominous at all. Why are they imprisoning Braga, mother of Oogna?
Insubordinates.
Means they were working together. Who sent Oogna the rune sword?
Braga.
What was the rune sword forged for?
The key.
What does Cache the Deathless want from Shukekza?
Just trying to decide if what I was going to say is too vague. I was going to say power.
Yeah, I wrote that out before you said it. 'Cause I'm like, I feel like it's going to be power.
Too vague because it's not really an answer to what you're asking. Like that's super broad. To power the ritual.
Okay.
I think that's better.
I like it.
Is that
All right.
sufficiently?
Yeah.
Sufficiently interesting.
Well, thank you very much. We'll call again if we have more questions. Do you have any questions for me? Just while we're talking.
Sacrifice.
Right. Okay. I'll
Blood.
get on that. You know what? All right. Pernie will do some voluntary blood damage. There you
Sure.
go. Little treat for you. A little something for your trouble.
Just pushing for a magical tip.
Yeah.
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 As you
Yeah.
guys are like listening to all this, like there are shadow tentacles like writhing around, and you're like, cut yourself with your ritual dagger and like smear a little blood on one of them and like give it a little pat on the tentacle, and then it shivers with delight, and then they retract into the shadows.
Oh god. Oogna looks
Good
horrified.
Other
Yeah.
otherworldly entity.
Well, that was pretty good. That worked out great. Thanks,
Didn't
everyone.
even go in vain.
Huh.
Yeah.
So, wow, okay. The elves are jerks, and
Yeah.
my mom sent me the sword, which is really cool. She did want me to have it, I guess. Maybe she won't be
wonder
so
if
mad.
Wonder if that's why they imprisoned her.
Oh, maybe. Huh.
Could be. How long ago did Oogna receive it? Like, how long has the game, or has the game been, basically? at this
You
point?
received it during the game.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been a year.
Okay. Okay. So that's a little too
It's like
recent.
a few months
It's
ago.
been like, yeah, it's been a few months.
Okay. All right. Well, Pernie has no further research to do at the moment. I mean, I'm going to write a list of things that I eventually
Yeah,
want to legend lore, but I'm not. I don't want that. That's going to be we'll do like one per half of,
Yep.
of a session.
Yeah.
I don't
You know
know.
what'd be great is if you send me like before a given session, if you were to send me, by the way, I'm going to do a legend lore on X,
Nice.
Okay.
and then I will
That I
have
can
time
do.
to like make some notes, and then we can do that as a regular deal. By the way, I've been holding off level 9 400th episode for this reason, because I
Aw.
knew you were going to get that spell.
Yay!
Nice. Good.
Us players are predictable.
Yeah.
Oh no, like you're forgetting. You were going to take it because you were like, this is really useful, but it's
Yeah.
literally a spell for the on the undying
Right.
list. When you hit
Yeah,
when you hit 5th level spells, it was
That's
an
the thing you
automatic.
can get.
So I was
Nice.
like,
Yeah.
so I've known for a long time that was coming.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful and terrifying.
Carry on.
Yeah.
So the next
Well,
thing for me is getting you to the city. So if you want to do some role playing first, feel free.
Pernie has no further agenda items, but he's happy to roleplay
Yeah.
for anyone else who wants to.
Yeah. I guess the only question was if you were going to try to legend lore Barb before like today.
I think Pernie will wait on that.
Okay.
sounds good.
That would be a fun one to end on, but so I would have you at least hold off for like 20 minutes or so. But if you want to hold off to a different session, I'm fine with that too.
I don't want too much of the session to be just Pernie getting free legend info.
We don't mind, dude. It's fine.
It's pretty good. We're listening to.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's no, let's talk about your mommy issues and not about my wife who is in the room with us right now.
Yeah.
It's definitely not deflection.
No, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's legend lore Barhotep. Let's do it.
You want to do it right now, or do you want to save it for the end of the game? Why don't we say you decide to get settled in the city first?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool, because then it's a good sort of like cliffhangery ending.
So if you do go mad, you'll be in a nice, comfy place.
Well, no, but there's no risk of madness from.
Oh,
Legend
that's
lore.
true. That's true.
It's
Yeah.
Well, a certain
Contact
kind
with-
of madness, at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just the too much
Mechanical-
knowledge kind of madness.
Yeah.
mechanical madness, yeah. So another day or so of travel. Well, honestly, the next day, by after your day, when you reach your midday rest, already traffic has increased. You're now on. You've left the deserty desert, and you've reached the rocky edges of the northern hills that basically divide the Wahadi parts of the desert from the deeper parts of the desert. If you pull up the world map, there's basically 3 areas. Tromlin rolling for a new god. I might as well pull that up. I was going to ask you, Randy, I have divided your god list into 3 sections in case you ever want to get more specific, with gods of the south, gods of the north, and sort of other like race specific and random gods. So do you want to roll on one of those, or do you want to roll the just overall random?
I like the overall because that makes it possibly worse. Like being
Yeah.
with a god that no one's heard of.
Oh yeah. The main reason I have that question mark is so that, for example, while you're in if the Southlands and like hanging out in like a city, you might decide, you know what, I'm going to pick a Southern god specifically. You did just roll a
Understand.
Southern god.
Yeah, I think I'll do keep this right now.
Yeah, you rolled Gad, Gad.
Josh Gad?
So you are
Oh my
currently
god.
you're on a mission from Gad.
The Lord of the Midwest there. Gad.
Yep. This is a
Perfect.
widely worshipped god of luck, and it's not always good luck. It can be good or bad. Gad appears as either male or female, somewhat ambiguous, but always short, sometimes even a dwarf, and always smiling with gold and jewels. Particularly worshipped by the nomads of Ix.
We love a
His
gender
symbol-
fluid god. Do love it.
Their
Mhm.
symbol is a well,
Ooh.
like a little stylized well.
Nice.
And yeah, Gad or Gad is, I think it's supposed to be pronounced, but it's is very much a neutral luck god, where it's just straight up luck. Very often associated with wild magic as well for that reason. Okay, and the symbol is silver, like the little well is like a sculpted silver well. The traffic is increasing as you get into these rocky areas. Oh, sorry, you pull up that. I should actually open the thing. So you can kind of see when you focus on the Great Desert of Ix that there is 3 pieces of desert. There's the desert that is south of the hills and that great river that divides, and there is the east and west of the great river and north of the hills. Right? So hopefully everyone that's clearly visible. The south, of course, is where the Wahadi Empire really is based. And the city of Karazm is in the foothills near where the Great River cuts through them. And is sort of considered the northern bound of Wahad. The northern part on both sides of the Great River is where one encounters the Ravagers. But to the far west, beyond the hills, and I kind of have my little question mark a little south, it's probably best expressed a little further, even further east and like directly in line with the hills, is the deep deserts. But in the north, there are lots and lots of nomads and ravagers in the Great Desert, where it says Great Desert. It's on both sides of the river. And that is why the Wahad Empire has its greatest extent in the hills. You can kind of see how nearer to the mountains and the Holy Ibetian Empire, you can see where the caravan routes are. So between the river and the mountains is where the merchant caravans would go and skirt the desert to the north, which is where the city of Direwind is on the edges of the desert. So as you reach this area, there are much more roads. There are like serious, like permanent roads here where the caravans are moving goods with regularity. So you can go back off of the map if you so choose. And as you are at the midday rest, you're basically by the road. So there's constant traffic, small little caravans of individual merchants with like a handful of wagons behind them, or even individuals that are obviously from relatively near smaller towns who are coming and going from the great markets at Karazm. And after your midday rest today, as dusk falls in the evening, you carry on the march, and by the time the sun is setting, it's setting off in the distant mountains to the west, and the last golden light shining over the hills and mountains, is falling on the great walls of Karazm. And Karazm lies at the root of the tributaries of the Great River, where there are like a giant's axe cleft into the hills, water fountains out in a huge waterfall that goes down into the river and is a big part of why the Great River is so great. And the legends, of course, say that a great djinn the size of a mountain cleft these hills with his scimitar and brought forth the fountain of Karazm. And the city of Karazm is built on both sides of the cliffs in many tiers down to the base, the foothills and the road that you are traveling on. And then it goes up in levels and tiers on both sides of the huge cleft with many, many bridges and turrets on either side. And the great towers above watch out over the deserts of Ix to the north. And it is lots of buttresses and walls on that side of the hills to resist any sort of raiding from the northern desert. And so you come into the city, and on the lower tier, the city sprawls out to the surrounding hills. And it is here that the great markets are to be found. And so many of the people traveling with this, including many of your friends from your original group from Nakjal, are of course merchant Leonids and Tabaxi who are began saying their farewells. It becomes very quickly clear to you that these caravans are often opportunistic, where a group of individuals that someone has a lot of money is putting a big caravan together, and then everybody else, all the other merchants that may not have as much money, are like, us too, and buy in so that they can have more safety in numbers. So now that you've arrived here, the caravan is almost like breaking up, and the central military force under Prince Zarud, Zarud of the House of Sandstorm, and the palanquin that he and his soldiers were escorting here continue on its way to the great palaces in the upper tiers. And you have a chance to chat with the prince, and he says, you are our guests, your guests of the speaker, and he wishes you to come speak before the satrap council, but this is not to happen or take place this night. What is your desire? Do you wish us to bring you to the palace to meet with the satrap of Karazm and take up apartments there, or do you wish to stay down here and find your own accommodation within the markets and the great merchant houses? And I can send men to fetch you for the councils at any time. What is your wish?
I do have a family member locally that we might stay with and who I've been meaning to look on. And I know that we were all considering the importance of a shopping montage. So I feel like
High in the sky, like a party would be pretty sick. We've been on the road. It'd be nice to, get down if there's anything going on.
Do you mention the name of your relative?
I do.
They spit to the ground.
The merchant house of Aftab. He will actually not be able to hide looking a little impressed and say, "Oh, the house of Aftab is one of the great merchant houses. You can certainly find them easily if you go to the market and ask any for directions. Or if you prefer, I can send a runner with you to guide you as you choose."
The other way sounds like more fun, and we might find a party on the way. So let's do that.
At that, the fire Ifrit Genasi. Damn it, I've forgotten how to say her name. I've got the spelling in my head, but it's Farsi. I think it was Siran or Siron. Siron will step forward and bow to the prince and say, "My prince, I will happily give them guidance through the markets." And he'll sort of like nod absently, like, "Sure, I don't care." And you'll take your leaves. There's many, Prince Assad is, will shake your hands vigorously. He's not so timid anymore. He's like, he goes, "Oh shucks, thanks to you guys, I found some courage."
Hey, we did it!
Good job.
Thanks to us, you got stoned off your ass. But okay.
I mean, and whatever. Yeah, and he's already hired his own group of some of the soldiers from the caravan, so they head off. Prince Zarud, heads Elder Melkoi will say his goodbyes and head up to the palaces along with Captain Duran, who is the leader of his group. Other groups that carve off those that you've met and spoken to more over the last few days will say their goodbyes. Many of them are merchants, and the groups of soldiers kind of you can tell immediately who was paying who as the groups of soldiers go off with different groups. And Siron will bow her head to you and speak directly to Tromlin, who she takes to be your leader, as the
Okay.
and say, "Honored ones, I am happy to give you guidance. I am from this city and know the markets well. I can take you to the house of Tab."
Yeah, so we are also looking for a very specific people we have heard that live in this city. Tell me, do you know of the party people? And where are the party people at?
We are looking for the party people.
She'll like sign to you, Morgan, with like a this guy in the know. Yeah, like also doing a subtle sign at Copernicus that he doesn't notice because he's oblivious.
Like, oh, they don't know. We're looking for like a regular party. Not one of those.
Yeah, so she'll say, I will take you to the house of Aftab first, and then there are many places within the markets where you may seek entertainment. The markets are vast.
Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you, with your history knowledge, Copernicus, this is like the funnel city at the north of Wahad, where so many goods from the south come up and then make their way across the deserts to Direwind. Basically, any commerce that isn't going by sea around Ibisha, if no one wants to send their commerce over land through Ibisha and pay all of the imperial taxes, they would much rather, the merchants would much rather take their stuff through the passes towards Direwind.
Right.
And so yes, there's like enormous marketplaces here. So she'll lead you through this huge sprawling. It's not a market. There's no like central quad with like stalls around it. It's like market after market after market after market, and like different areas are selling different things. She leads you through like a textiles market, and it's just like hawker after hawker with like rugs, silk, etc. Everyone's trying to like get your attention and make a sale.
At one point,
my friend.
Oogna will kind of elbow Tromlin and be like, "God, remember all those stories we used to hear as kids, Trom, about like the great markets of the East?" Can you believe we're actually here?
I mean, I do because we've been so many other places at this point, but I'm
guess.
sure as a child I would have been thrilled to know we got here eventually.
Yeah. I just think it's cool.
It is. You're right.
You'll pass by a fighting pit training
Ooh.
area. Like there's like nothing. There's no bouts going on, but you'll see pit fighters training. You'll see like big stripped to the waist. No, I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen Turkish wrestling, where these
Lots of
guys get
oil.
almost
Yep.
completely naked, covered in olive oil,
Yep.
and then the entire goal is to get your hand down the back of the pants of the other guy.
I may have researched this topic.
You can grab a butthole grip. Very important to get a grip on the other guy's butthole.
Yep.
That's how you control the fight.
Culturally
believe in,
acclimating.
In amateur wrestling, that's called, I believe, an oil check. I'm not kidding.
No, you're not.
Gotta check your oil.
So there's like a bunch of like big Turkish looking gnolls with like huge handlebar mustaches,
Amazing.
oiled up and doing they're like gnolls, but they're like clean shaven, like they've been waxed.
Somebody waxed my nose.
Waxed gnolls. Waxed gnolls can be the second half title. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Wax Knoll. That's an indie band name.
Wow.
Or waxy gnolls. I don't know.
Ooh, wax.
Oh yeah.
It's like a grassy knoll.
Yeah. Much tackier.
But fewer presidents get shot. Or get demonetized. So
Alice's number one export, dead Kennedys.
Yep.
and you make your way through, and she will lead you to some of a district where there are all these great merchant houses. When they say great merchant house, it's like literally a compound. So each of the great merchant houses is almost like its own market, because there's a compound with walls and like often huge gates that are thrown open so they can actually have merchant sales happening in the courtyard. And then other like merchants who can't afford it as much are all set up outside the gate. And this leads to a big extended market.
Right.
And so they'll take you to the Aftab. Now, when you were here before, many, many years ago, the House Aftab was run by one Karim, was the guy you knew. But that was
Many years ago.
60, 70 years ago. That was like before the rise of the Khan in the north. Was the last time you were out here. So while and then he was like an older, like beyond past middle age, not like ancient old, but like past middle age gentleman. So you're not sure who's likely to be the head of the household. She leads you up to the gates, and there are guards in like their kind of usual stripped to the waist, but with like cross belts, and their scimitars and their cloaks and baggy pants and pointy shoes.
I want those shoes so bad.
They're so good.
Those shoes are sick as fuck.
Well met. I am from the Sunshines of Morwindle, and I have not passed this way in some time, but I'm here to visit my kin. I does some quick math to be like, if they don't know how old I was last time I was here, and maybe they don't know if I'm like Fey touched or something, living a little bit longer, it's reasonable to say that I knew. It was Kareem, you said, was the name?
Kareem. Yep.
Kareem. So last I was here, the head of the Aftabs was my cousin Kareem. I don't know who is in charge now, but I should love to meet them and catch up on what I've missed over the years with my family. These are my traveling companions. We are all party people, of course, and we want to know where the other party people at, if you might tell us.
I'm not sure what it would just be Aga, which is just sort of like sir or Mr. or if there would be a higher honorific, but I'll look it up for next time. But he will say, I'm just going to translate, and he'll say, you know the master?
More or less.
Can I get like some kind of I know lots of you in the group have lots of social roles here, but somebody should be making some kind of like persuasion roll to
Yeah.
make it
allow
make
me.
yourselves seem quite important. And
Didn't you say I
I
get
think
something
you just
special
need
in my
cards
persuasion
to take
now,
you
or
seriously.
is that something else?
Sorry, what's that?
I can't remember if something changed on persuasion rolls or not. I forgot.
Your persuasion rolls are the same,
Okay.
but that's
Plus
still
10?
pretty goddamn good because your persuasion's a +10.
Pretty good.
I can talk to him for a few minutes to see if I can get my my charm speech going.
Yeah, well, let's do a base persuasion first. So just give me a roll with your
Sir,
+10.
well, my grandfather is wishing to speak. We have family at kin that he visited in his much earlier years, and we do not know if the master is the same kin he saw. I fear my grandfather might be getting a little light in some of the memory of these years, but we are distant family.
Kareem,
this
is that
I-
you? And I go and stroke a statue on the face.
Interesting.
they were from the House of Sunshine.
So what's your persuasion roll?
29.
Sorry, say again?
29. 29.
My headset cut off the beginning of what you said, so I only
Okay,
got the 9.
gotcha. That's fine.
Amazing. My high roll, he has advantage against this, but my high roll was a 7. So he, with, I don't know what his bonus is, but it ain't 22. Yeah, they were very, you impressed them greatly. You sort of like, you quickly throw up your sort of like free disguise magic to like make yourself look better dressed and more like richly appointed, and you sort of quickly make them say, oh, we are great and we're important merchants, and you go through the sunshine. You remember the Luzadias, who are the merchant Ibetians that are part of your family, and you drop Luzadia and Sunshine, and quickly get impress the guards enough that the one of them they'll be very respectful, nod and say, "Sir, yes, we will, honored ones. We will send word to the master," and he will snap his fingers at the statue that we're patting, Copernicus, and the statue will move. It is a stone golem, and it will march off into the courtyard.
Do you not recognize your own cousin? Oh wait, my mistake.
Dusty black. And a few moments later, well, and the guard will say, I am sure, honored ones, that the Master Kareem will be happy to see you, his honored relations. And like some servants will come up and like offer you some like tea and tidbits while you're waiting. And a short time later, a wizened looking man in a robe with a big veil on the like a head, like a sultan type headdress, but with like a scarf that goes across the mouth, will come out. And I guess with your various magical sight, Copernicus, you will recognize that this is a magical being of some degree. And you've got amazing amounts of arcana. This is a lich, but it's the same guy. And Kareem Aftab will come out, and he will say, "Sunshine."
Aftab, so good to see
He
you.
will embrace you sort of by the elbows, in sort of a traditional grasp, and he will say, it's like a traditional phrase in the Eastern dialect that basically, I can't remember which of you speaks it. I think
I
might
believe
be
I
Sid.
speak it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I speak it.
I know one of you does. Yeah, you speak Eastern, and then Tromlin will have the
Southern.
ability to get the gist anyway.
Yeah.
You have Southern, and then you also have the linguist ability, so
Yeah.
you can make it out. But it's basically it's like a ritual. My house is your house. Partake of my food or of my goods, and be home and welcome here, or whatever, something like that.
And my friends are your friends. These are my traveling companions. Oogna Sugar Tusks, Morgan the Fairy, and Tromlin, actually, my Grand Nugget.
Are
He's,
you going by just Morgan now that you're not Morgan the Satyr? It's a good question. Because like your name obviously is Nefel, and Morgan is like a clan name. So it's up to you how you want people to be referring to you.
You're muted.
He's just been going by Morgan still, just
Okay.
not gotten her feet under her to create a new name or not.
Well, no, because you got wings.
Now you have
I
feet.
got time, yeah.
Well, and it's like
Um,
Morgan the Satyr was a moniker, but like your real
Yeah.
name is Nefel Morgan.
Yeah.
And so you can sort of, it doesn't change if you want to go by that or if you want to come
Yeah.
up with a new moniker or whatever.
Yeah.
You're like,
we
okay,
haven't
so
had a
what
debut yet.
is there like a way? Is there a way to like mix up like fairy and another rapper like Panthers or
Interesting.
Oh yeah, the
Za?
Pink Panthers. I imagine we're gonna run into a Pink Panthers at one of these parties.
Oh
He's
yeah.
got to be out there, really big
Just-
eyelashes, tightest
So-
pants you've ever seen in your life.
An actual like tabaxi, spelled to be pink.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you're
those are tabaxi.
because you are
so-
kind of an illusion that was born in the desert, we could call you Nicki Mirage.
No, my heart. Nicki Minaj died not that
Yeah.
long ago,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I know. It was very
So-
sad
My
news.
heart.
In the interest
I
of-
loved her so much back
in
in
the
the
interest
day.
of wrapping up pretty quick, I'll just speed run the introductions, and you guys get some apartments set up. Like they clear out an area. You have your own little wing of the place to yourself. It's a huge sprawling complex. Like these merchants do pretty well for themselves. And so if you would like, we can finish on as you're relaxing in the evening here before you prepare yourselves to go looking for parties. Copernicus, you can go ahead and attempt your legend lore.
I'm gonna Google my wife.
As one does.
Oh, what's the real name of this spell? Google.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Morgan's there respectfully, but also there so thirsty for the tea. Cup
Yeah,
in
yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
You know,
So the
we're in
name
our
that-
PJs, seancing.
Shukek Za, Eternal Lord of Shadows, was the previous one. This time, the lore you seek is the name Barbar Hotep II, Akhet-Ra, which of course is an ancient Eastern language that translates more or less to radiance of the heavens, and is in fact the origin of the name that you took when you got married, because your original name was Jones.
Yeah.
And
Bones.
you became sorry, Bones. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, not dealing with any IP here. In the ancient, the place that you came from originally, that is now gone, it was the Northlands city-state of Indiana.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so Shukek Za, of course, translating to radiance of the heavens, you translate that into common as sunshine. Okay, so the legends here are murky and long ago. There are no recent legends to have lore of, but there are ancient legends because Barbar Hotep was an ancient queen of the long lost lands that you have just been learning about, where Shukekza's temple was.
Oh
So this
my.
ancient city of the desert where you found Shukekza is in fact where Barbar Hotep originally comes from, because at the time that you met her, she was already a warlock of Shukekza, and she was like probably a few thousand years old.
Ooh.
And the ancient, actually, let me open. I can't remember if I have details on this in my ancient world history document. Yeah, it's too vague. I don't have anything specific. I was just checking to see if I'd like named the civilization. I'll maybe do that for next time, since it has finally come up. So Barbar Hotep was a much feared Nefertiti-like character, and at least in the legends, because of course these legends are largely after her death, after her like serving as a mortal queen of this place, and the legends are very sort of Egyptian pharaohs that rise to godhood type of stuff, because Barbar Hotep was in fact worshipped after a time, after her obvious ascension to warlockdom. And the tales are that she was like a great necromancer and led armies of the dead. And you can see the through line between the ancient legends of this civilization and this modern legend you've heard in Wahad, that like Shukekza, Lord of Shadows, is a god of underworld who will, like, someday when the desert vomits forth all those who have been lost in the sandstorm. You can see that through line from like ancient necromancer queen to modern legends, but Barbar Hotep does not survive to the modern legends in terms of people thinking about it. So there's obviously some kind of disconnect period of Barb, like ancient Barb being an undying warlock queen and meeting you.
Right.
There's a big gap there. This CV is very, very broken up.
Yeah. It's like
this 4,000 year
What-
gap in your CV.
yeah. It's like 6,000 years of like necromancer, queen, empress, and then 4,000 years of and then like 200 years of cougar, and that's like that's the Barb
Well,
timeline.
This is where I, left the business world to spend more time with my family,
Yeah.
more time with the dead. And among some of this, so there's some real tenuous kind of searching here of like, there's no modern stories. There's only these ancient lore that is like so far distant, and that it's very like, this is legend lore, so this isn't like this exactly definitely happened. Like marching at the heads of undead armies didn't necessarily happen. It's just what the legends say.
Yeah.
Especially when the legends are thousands of years ago. But in the legends, there are stories of the downfall of this civilization. I know why I didn't write down the civilization. The civilization was called Ix. It is where the Great Desert of Ix gets its name from. In the ancient, distant past, the civilization of Ix that was within the deserts. And the story that you pull up here, this legend of the betrayal of the undying queen and the fighting of the armies, the tearing apart of this great nation of Ix, was when she was betrayed by her brother, right? Shekhemtut. I
Yeah.
think I'm saying that right.
Shecky. Yeah.
Yeah,
And Shecky.
and so on. Who turned her armies against her, and the warring of these factions tore the nation apart. And that's where we're going to end it.
Woo.
Can I put a little cherry on top of that?
Sure.
I think this is like the first time that Pernie has really had to think about the fact that like his like essentially like 200-year like dalliance with her is like a footnote on this long and storied life that she chose to end for his sake. Like
Yep.
like how much she was giving up of legacy and power and like time spent here, and how much of just a little part he is of that whole legacy for her. I think specifically him thinking about like, oh, like she like gave her life so that I wouldn't die. I think that's the trigger that for him makes him realize like that there is in the undying there is this power of preserving others, and I think that's where his brain turns on the protect your loved ones eldritch invocation. Is like the people around me are the people who I would die for them, and if Barb's given me this gift, then the only way to honor it is to pass that along to them. And I think that's when the Eldritch Invocation like procs for him.
Yep.
Is like realizing that she gave up like 10,000 years or 6,000
Yeah,
years
she
of
didn't just give up
life.
her life. She gave up her like
Eternity.
Oh yeah, this is like 6,000 years I've given up, and theoretically forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where we're wrapping. So I
All
hope
right.
everyone's enjoyed the 100th episode. I saved a
Woo!
whole lot of like
Big
lore
plots.
dump and your character specific plots and cool shit to throw
Hell
out
yeah.
here.
Reveals. big
You don't have to
reveals.
roll anything, because everybody's getting art. Everybody who's
Yes,
subscribed.
everybody who's, if you're not subscribed yet, this is the time, because
Yep.
whoever's on the subscribers list after this is going to be getting the special 100th episode art giveaway. So if you're on the stream
Artstravaganza.
listening, this is a good time to subscribe if you're no longer subscribed. I suspect most of the people in there are subscribers.
I
Oh, you
suspect.
should reset the
Oh yeah,
counter.
I will. Yeah.
However, in addition, I want to end this session by giving everybody another inspiration. I know,
Yay.
Oogna, you're already full up, but that'll put everybody else full.
Everybody's
except for Pernie, so it'll
full.
just be one short.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? Fill up Copernicus too. I'm happy to give him another inspiration just for all of the
nice.
being the conduit of my reveals.
Yeah. There we go. Look at that.
Happy to be the torrent for the lore dump.
We are all full and we all have hero points.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
Woof.
I'm so
And
scared.
everybody's got their black token reset. It's all good.
Woo.
Let me get another one.
No.
Plenty of time for that.
We're
Shadows.
manifesting good rolls. We're manifesting not having to use
Yeah.
a black.
I'm gonna
token
get
to save our
5
lives.
black tokens.
No.
I have room for 5 on the character sheet.
Oh, there you go.
God.
That's the goal. 5
Yep.
black tokens.
No. I'm not manifesting this for you.
Is anybody
I'm in fact-
looking to shout out something? What's everybody up to?
I just want to show. I had my first sword fight with my wife today.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
Very
it's a
Addams
nice
Family.
level.
I love it.
Yeah,
Very good. Mwah.
it was great. I'm very happy.
Nice.
That's
I'm gonna shout out because I am streaming again tomorrow. This is a 3-stream weekend for me. I was on Once Upon a Reflection last night. We got Trash Heroes today, and then tomorrow you can join me over at Altered Echo Archives at noon PST 3 EST, where we're going to be doing Empyrean Wilds, where we are a bunch of people in a world where magic just reawoke, and we just had a very touching character funeral last time, so we're going to be picking back up in some very big feels. So,
Anybody else?
see you there.
I've been animating a bunch. I just finished doing the grant reporting. I got a First Peoples Cultural Council grant for
Ooh.
animating and creating like indigenous focused, STEM
Nice.
focused work. And not including twerking, I accumulated over 15 minutes of animation
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Cool,
in
that's
1
good.
year.
That is a
So
hell of
that's
a...
crazy.
Yeah.
I did put it in the safer work fan art in the Discord because there's some Pernie, there's some Tromlin, there's some Fetid in there. There's obviously a bunch of
Yay.
Morgan. But yeah,
Awesome.
that's there.
I'm currently doing an olive oil centric storyline in Popeye. It's got like another month and a half or so going. Where I get to bring back her violent side that has not been around much since Seeger's days.
Mm.
I've also been reviving kind of forgotten King Features characters like Mr. Jack, who used to upset people and got kicked out of comics pages for a while. Happy Hooligan and Papa
Nice.
Cats and Jammer.
Nice.
And I'm gonna wrap up by saying, what's our 2 weeks? I think Alina is when you're away.
Yeah, I'll be away.
Our 2 week point, but also your games are switching up weekends here. So like we got to figure
Nope.
out.
They're not.
Oh, so just for this weekend, then it's going back.
Yep. Just for this
Okay.
weekend. Just because Mother's Day is a one
Right.
where like no one could make it. So
So we're probably looking at next game being 4 weeks.
That's fine with me.
Is that-
either
that
the
would
23rd
be-
or the 30th. One of the two.
I should be free for both.
Cool.
Well, we could do 3 weeks for the 23rd if people would prefer that.
That's
Could do
fine
that.
for me.
I
care.
don't think I can do the 23rd.
Okay. That would
Oh,
also
never mind.
change us back, Alina, so that you would be
That's true. Yeah.
on this thing, like the other game.
Yeah.
So why don't we plan for the 30th?
30th.
Cool.
Awesome. We will see you all
Planning
then.
for May 30th, and
Oh,
we will see about whether
if
or not
you-
John is willing to join.
Yeah. If you join the Discord, I've got events set up, so you can always check when the next game is now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Has anyone got a link to the Discord for the stream audience?
Yeah, there's a link in there. It's the third. It's the first link that comes up.
Yep.
Or second, actually, now.
Nice.
Altered Echo Archives. Shout out.
I see the Discord.
there's the
link in
Discord.
chat. So,
Sweet.
so feel free, if you're not on the Discord, to go to the chat link and join it.
Otherwise,
And we
I'm
will
going to
see
set us up
you
for a raid.
next time.
See ya all
Yeah, let's
later.
raid somebody.
Who's-ga
We're gonna raid.
is... We're going to go raid Foos.
Oh,
They are...
Who's-ga?
My DM from my game last night and tomorrow is playing in that one. So, we'll see y'all later.
Let's go raid 'em.